Hi, it's Kevin KGM Jam with another episode of No Man's Sky, episode 3. And all I'm doing is the tutorial. And if you do that, if you just follow what they start you off with, it will take you through everything and show you how to do it as you're playing the game and actually starting to build infrastructure in the game. So, do you have to do it? No. As you're doing the tutorial, it's kind of a built-in tutorial where you really don't know you're doing a tutorial. It just will be one if you follow it. But at the same time, you can stop and smell the roses and do whatever you want. Let's see if I can analyze any of these animals, because you get units when you do that. Units is the money in the game. But in the end of last episode, I established this base, okay? And how do you do that? Well, I'll show you again. All you do, now I'm on the PlayStation 5, so it's going to be on the pad. You're going to push up, and you're going to come to this menu right here. And you got 4 options up here, okay? And this is what the game gives you to start out with. You get a base computer, portable refiner. Now, I used the portable refiner in the first and second episode. Then here's all the building pieces you got to build your base. And right now you just get a floor containment decoration. These last two I have no use for until you start just decorating. That's all those are. But these first two we'll use today. So you click, you push X for the base computer, and when it turns green, it will start off red. When it turns green, that's where you can put it. And what it is, well, let me show you. It's called the build screen. So say if I was going to build this, see how that's green? I can build it now. And up there on the top's the build screen. I push R2 to build, but I don't need it. But see how it's red? It won't let you build it in some place you can't build. Something else you need to know. Everything respawns that you destroy. So say I take out my beam gun and I destroy that rock over there or right there, which I can't. But let's say this one right here. I'm going to get ferret dust and dehydrogen. So that is now destroyed, and I got all the pieces for it. And that will respawn. I don't know if it will respawn in the exact same spot, but it will respawn within a day or two. Also, if you dig a tunnel, I now have a big gaping hole in the ground. That will also respawn. So when you're building a base, keep that in mind. Now, if you come across a natural cavern, you can build inside the cavern if it was already there, and it won't grow back because there's nothing. Well, something could spawn. That's the problem. So what a lot of builders do, and we can't do it, let me go. We don't have any stairs. So what? As you get further along in the game, you can raise your base just by putting some stairs up, and you can put the stairs all the way into the ground. In fact, my first one is on top, and then the second one will go down into the ground. I don't care if it grows something on the stairs, because the stairs go up higher to where there is nothing growing. Okay, and then you build your base kind of off the ground, and you never have to wake up and find that there's fauna inside your base or anything like that. So, all right, so let's go and look at, we've done the track the mysterious signal. That's how we got to this planet. Find the cache. We did that. Establish a base, build a terrain manipulator. We did that. Establish a base, collect chromatic metal. We did that. And now we're going to construct the base. Okay. As soon as I open up that computer, it claims all the land in a circle around here. I don't know the exact distance. It's pretty big. So that means you own that. So let's go ahead and build just a basic little base. And I guess let's start with the flooring. So there's the roofing, walls, doors, windows. So you got to start with the floor. And again, if it's green, you can put it there. Now, I'm not I can't raise it, so it's going to be it's going to be in fauna. It's just nothing I can do about it. And then R2, and we'll build it. Now you see on the right there under carbon in that box, it says timber floor panel. And this is carbon 10 of 10. I have carbon. If I don't, I can go get it with the beam by disintegrating plants and stuff. I have enough carbon to build 111 floors. Excuse me, floor pieces. So I can build a pretty big base, but we're just going to go basic. Let's do a 4-panel box.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Now, the nice thing about a building is it will get you out of the weather, or you can go get inside your cockpit. Now, I'm not very powerful right now, so I might need to... Let's try to get this up. Let's do the doors, the walls now. And that might protect me from the... Now, don't worry about your computer. You can move that later.
Base computer online.
But here comes that storm. Usually you got 30 seconds after a storm warning. Now, I will not get protection from the storm until I get the roof up. So let's do that. And then I'll put the door. I should have put the door wall in, but I'm in a hurry. It won't let me. There's one. There's two. You got to go to the corner. There's three. And now I'm protected from the storm. But there's no way out because I didn't put it. See how that grass is coming up? That's why you put stairs up high, like that, right to here, and then it grows over. It's on top of all that stuff. So let's put a. Okay, if you want to know where your ship is, you look at the top there and that ship's symbol. That will show you where your ship is if you can't see it. But let's put in a door. So what I'm going to have to do first is take this off. So you start off the same way. And at the bottom there in the middle it says Edit Placed Parts Square. Okay, and then L2 will delete it in the building box there. So now I'm exposed to the weather again. So what I'm going to do now is put a door in. And there you go. And that door opens automatically. You go in and out. But if I'm out here, I'm exposed to the weather. And it's kind of cold. Like, it's not even cold. 29 is not bad. So it's not a bad storm here. This planet's pretty laid back, to be honest. But if the storm was like dangerous to me, it would pop up on the left there. See right there, it's, well, 18 toxicity. That's the problem. It's toxic. There's a toxic.
Storm clearing.
But as soon as you get inside, it will clear. And you don't have to worry about it. So you just wait the storm out. But anyway, there's your first base. And trust me, you can make it elaborate as you want. But you got to get blueprints and all sorts of things and material and stuff that we'll get into that later. So I built it a little bit too close to my computer, but I can still access it right there. And now the computer is going to give you stuff sometimes. So you always want to check back in with it. See, recovered salvage data from nearby, plans log. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. So let's extract plans. So I got plans to a construction research unit. All right. But I don't have the materials to make it. Now the magnetized ferret, you can sometimes find it in its natural form, or you can build a refiner and make it. Okay, with ingredients. And sometimes the ingredients are one item, sometimes they're two, and sometimes they're three. And each one's a different kind of refiner. You got to have to do a 3, you got to have a 3-spot refiner. which is a big one, which is probably the biggest one they got that I know of. So, and then the carbon nanotubes you can make or buy. All this stuff you can buy at a market when you have access to it, to the galactic market. But right now I don't, so I'm going to have to make all that and find all that. And so let's get started. All right, first thing I'm going to do is go back into my computer. And now that it's got all the information it was going to give me out of it, I can do this. I can take a picture of it. What you want to do if you're going to keep the base is upload it, even if you're not, because it marks you, it marks the spot, it registers it to the server. Okay, so I'm going to upload it. If I get rid of it, I will upload also and show that I got rid of it. It no longer exists. Okay, so nothing's really permanent in this game except the landscape, which respawns. All right, so now what I want to do is move it on the inside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the pad again, and I'm going to go to edit. Hold on. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to move, and that's R2. Okay, why is it? There we go. And once I hit R2, I can move it. I'm now moving it. I'm not making a new one. So just go inside and set it somewhere out of the way. And I don't know which way it opens up at. And it's kind of important because if you don't, let's try it like that. Let's see if I lucked out. No, I did not. So I got to turn it around. Okay, so same thing. Edit. Highlight it. I guess it won't let me. Here, let me. And I did it again. Okay, I'll figure it out. Anyway, I want that facing the other way, but you don't have to have it facing the other way. I still have access to it. And there I can just upload the base again. And let me see if I can get this figured out. What would mark it? I didn't have the problem with this the first time I did this. Well, I traveled 8,000 units of space, I guess. All right, let's leave that there. I'll mess with that later, but you get the idea. So here we go. Now we're going to build a refiner. And this one's no problem. And all I need is nothing. I guess it builds automatically, so that's good. So now I have a refiner, and I can make... Maybe now if I got enough, but I got to put fuel in it, and it takes, when you highlight it with the X, it will show you the kind of fuels it needs. It can take either one of these, and that the parentheses is how much you have and how much it needs. So it needs 80 of that carbon.
Technology recharge.
Now, whatever I put in here before you start, it will show you what it will make. So depending on what I put in there is what I'll make. And I'm trying to get magnetized. Which I don't have any. See, that's going to make pure ferrite. Let me check and see what it wanted me to make. Oh, the construction research. Yeah, I need magnetized ferrite. Okay, the way to do that is first you need pure. So you're going to have to do a double thing here. So that's going to make pure ferrite, and then pure ferrite will make magnetized. So anyway, 21 seconds. I'll be able to make 180 of them. And let's begin. Now, while that's going on, you can walk away and do something else. You don't have to stay there and watch it. So right now I got the exosuit, starship, and multi-tool. Multi-tool has no storage slots other than for technology. Starship has slots for items you pick up, and technology is what makes whatever it is better. Okay. So see, now I have pure ferrite. So now let's go back to the refiner. And it used up all my ferrite. Ferrite's the most common thing in the game. You just got to find rocks, pretty much. And now that's going to make magnetized ferrite. Or ferrite. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it right. But again, 20 seconds will give us 90. Now, you don't have to make all 90. You can make 89, 88, 87, whatever. But we're going to make it all. But getting back to here, I'm running out of slots. Storage is a big, big problem and part of the game. So you're always, and there's ways to make it a lot bigger, but I'm not going to tell you right now because it's just too much information. But when you go to the technology top on any of them, you can install technology that you have either bought the blueprints for, or the recipe type thing. I think recipes are for what these down here are called. And then if you do it down here, you can craft two different things, technology and crafting, okay? And right now, life support, that's the only, oh no, that's an oxygen recycler. So I can actually install this. So let's go ahead and do that. It's
Technology installed.
And then I need to get it running, I need oxygen. Okay, now it's installed. I never need to do that again. And if it doesn't have a percentage on there, you don't have to keep resupplying it. But I just upgraded my exosuit. Okay? But right now I have no other technology to install. Here, anything that's highlighted means I have the capability of making it. So I need carbon to make, and I got 50 of them, and I'm going to make me some nanotubes. So once you do that the first time, you get one, and then if you go in the middle there, it says you highlight it, it says craft more, and it can hold up to 20. I'm going to go ahead, sounds like I'm going to need a lot of them in the next few months or days. I'm going to, now see how it went from the carbon, because I ran out, it went over to condensed carbon. That's okay. Carbon makes condensed carbon, and you can get more. Okay, I'm out of enough product, but I got 15. Okay, so now let's go over here. I've got my magnetized ferrite. Now I can, when I take it out, as of right now, I can put it in my exosuit or my starship, which is pretty cool, because now your starship is like an extra cargo or slot holder for you. But I got 3 slots in there, so let's go ahead and put it in there. All right, let me go ahead and top that off till it's ready to go next time.
Technology recharge.
And I'm totally out of carbon. I'll have to go get more.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so now we are going to build the construction research unit. And that tells me with the green checks, I got enough of material to make it. And there it is. So now walk up to it. And this will show me everything that I can research through this machine. Okay. Now, lock means it's not locked. Or it's not unlocked. Means you can't even get to it. This is unlocked, but you need 2 salvaged data to get it, to open it up so that you can even have the attempt of making it. Okay? And down there is what you need to make it, but you need to open it first. And in order to do that, I got to get 2 salvage data. Then when you open that up, these open up. And then and it goes down like that till you open them all up. And the same thing here, you got the freebies, and then as you open them up, so all that needs to be opened up. So how do you get salvage data? So let's go to here. Find base module, unearth blueprints. Okay. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go outside and we're going to look for buried technology. Don't ask me how it got there, but it's buried. So here's our little home base to stay safe and, you know, warm and come back in. Now you got to keep an eye on the weather, and you can, I'd say you walk first, okay? And then you can always summon your ship if you get into danger and come back to the base. All right? And your base is permanently marked because remember we uploaded it to the server. So no matter where you're at on the planet, you can find it. If we didn't mark it, good luck at finding it. You might not find it again. But I would not start out on the ship. I would just start walking. So the first thing we're going to do is scan. Now that's not going to show you the buried. It's going to show you other things. And when you highlight it with the, it will pop up like there. That is a copper deposit. Got to have copper. But right here, buried technology module. They're the little white emblems. That's 158 walking units away, easily gotten to, and then we can dig for it if we have to. It might be on the surface. There's a fossil bed if we want to go get a fossil, so we might do both. Fossil's another part of the game. Okay, there's another buried technology. That's 241. There's one at 169. And there's one at 127. That might be, oh, here's the closest one probably. Nope, 305. 135. And that one was what? 158. We're going to go 158 because then we're going to get a fossil. All right. So let's, you're going to highlight it with the square. So now when we take off our visor, our analyzer visor, you can see right where it's at. It's marked. And then just start walking it. You can run by pushing the paddle, the paddle, or you can walk. And as you're walking, you're going to come across other stuff. Like these right here, you might be able to, yeah, see if we get this right now, the thing we're going to get gold and silver. So we're going to do that. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm digging a hole. And I could just sit here all day and get all the silver and gold I want, plus some other metals. Let's go check out that hallway. Oh, what's this? This is what I mean about just walking around and grabbing stuff. Oh, we just got an albinum pearl. Eventually we'll be able to sell a lot of stuff, get money. Now what's that? That's the gas. And eventually I'll be equipped to go swimming. But we're going to get out of that right now. It didn't seem to harm my suit at all. So that's what I mean about walking, smelling the roses, and just finding out stuff. Okay, we're coming up on the buried technology, but first, let's go get this. These are all over the place. You always want to hit one, especially early on. You want to grab your living slime that's always on it. Ship's out of range, so I'm going to have to put it there. And I don't know what I got. I couldn't see it. It might have been because I'm out of spots. No, I got one spot left. I think I got some nanotubes. Or nanonites, or whatever they're called. Alright, so there we go. Now, these two are usually right next to each other. You see how that buried technology module is right there? This one's right here. Not all the time, but most of the time, like 99% of the time, you're going to find these together. So if you find one or the other, look around. There'll be one. And if you ever see one of these, you always want to click it, because that's going to save it up into the server. You just discovered Camp Delazzo. And it's also a save point. Now you're going to want to look at all these. Well, I hit it again. All right, let's try this. These look like they're already open. Okay, nothing there. All right, so that's all done. So let's go and get the base buried technology. So what I like to do is get it right in the middle of your screen. Get out your blaster or your manipulator and just keep that in the middle, and it will take you right to it. See that? It's always right there. Sometimes it's close enough to the surface you don't have to do this. So I just got two salvage data. I had to use my jetpack to get out of the hole.
Incoming storm.
Okay, I've got an incoming storm, so let's head back to the building, which is right there. So I'm going to highlight it with the square so that it sticks up there like that. And I'm going to run because that storm's coming in. I don't think it's going to be a bad one. I seem to handle the last storm, but you never know. Ooh. Nope, I've already analyzed that. Okay. See, I can even do the computer from right here, or the portable refiner. If you're close enough, it'll let you do it. Okay, so I'm inside here. I'm safe from the storm. And I now have some salvaged data. I have 2 of them, so I can open something up. And we're going to open up the base teleport module because it is so important. And from there, you can go to bases and stuff like that. But it's not connected to anything yet because you have to visit it first. But I'm going to go ahead because I'm not going to build any more of the base right now since this is just not permanent. So what I'm going to do is go ahead. I need...
Item received.
So I used both of my salvage data that I just found, and it opened it up for me. So now I have that permanently. Now the only thing I'm short on is metal plating. Metal plating is something you can craft. So you open up your thing, your exosuit, and you go to your storage, and you're going to click on an empty box and hit craft. And there's metal plating. But what's the problem? I don't have any ferret dust because I used it all up making magnetized ferret. So I got to go out and get some ferret dust. And then I can make some metal plating, which will allow me to make a teleportation chamber. That's how this works. That's what I mean about trying to get... You're going to want to stock up on every type of research, every type...
Update. Storm clearing.
Let's go see how bad it was. Every type of material. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's a toxicity. Actually, the temperature was kind of high, but we'll live. All right, so now... Oh, if you want to rename your base... all you have to do is go to the computer, see, they've gave it a name. It's called Downs Oaken Base, but I'm going to change it to KGM Jam YT, which is my YouTube channel. Actually, my YouTube channel's No Man's Sky KGM Jam, but I'm going to name it. The YT stands for YouTube. And there we go. So now it's KGM Jam YT base. I'm going to upload it so it's updated. And that's how you change the name. You can change your name to a lot of stuff. Pretty much everything you own, you can change the name. Like over here, if I wanted to change the name, right now it's called the Radiant Pillar BC1. Well, I just got in. But if you go to the starship, you can change it. But everybody starts off with the Radiant Pillar BC1, but you can change it to whatever you want. So let's change it. I'll just add KGM Jam to the end of it, or to the front of it. And I'll do it later. I'll just put RP1. Let's see, now it goes by a different name. Now you're probably thinking, well, I'll just get in my ship and go scan the surface. Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. I think it used to. Something happened, they changed it, but the best way to scan, you can use your ship to go distance, but then get out and walk around and, you know, stay within the area so you can get back to it for shelter. Because when I'm in that ship, it's just like being in that building. Okay? Now, buildings and ships can be destroyed by tornadoes. Doesn't happen very often. It's never happened to me, but storms, don't think just because you're on a nice planet with nice weather, nothing can happen to you. It can. Okay? All right, so basically, I need to get more ferret. So I need to find some rocks. See where it says ferret dust? That's what I'm going to get. Now, as you upgrade your multi-tool, it gets a lot more, and it gets a lot more powerful and a lot faster. Like you can't do this right now. It says advanced mining laser required. Well, when you unlock that, you'll be able to take out this whole rock. Carbon and condensed carbon, I need it. Oh, I got full inventory, so I got to do something. Let's go back to my ship. Am I close enough? Ship's out of range. So let's get a little bit closer, and I'll get rid of some stuff. I should have done that. How close do I got to get? Pretty close. There we go. Oh, and when you see things like this, you'll recognize this when you've seen it enough. But if it says see how it says analyze under the value? That means you can break it open and get something different, or you can sell it. Right now, I could sell this for 3,280 units. Now, it's a pretty good price if you sell that. But sometimes you can get something pretty valuable out of here. And in the early days, it might be better to sell it. But I'm not worried about it, so I'm going to open it up. And we got, I don't know if you saw that, but we got tritium. And tritium is needed for... Oh, I'm out. I need uranium. I can't even launch anymore. I gotta find one of these or find uranium. Because I'm at 0, so I cannot take off. Alright, well, let's go finish the ferret. Now, you see that bright red? We'll go get some of that. Oh, timeout. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. That's the whole reason I went over there. This game is so easy not to stay focused. Everything is pulling you one way or the other. There's 10,000 things to do. So sometimes you need to make up a game plan and just, like, if you're going to just farm that day and build up resources, do it. Otherwise, you'll never get anything done. All right, so open that up. The nanotubes I hold off on, I'll put over here. Now you can destroy stuff. I do not like this. I do not like destroying stuff because I know I'll need it later on. So I'm just filling up the slots on stuff I know I'm not going to need. Right now anyway. Now you see that navigation data? That you're going to, when you get to go to a base out in space, a port, you can trade that for maps to locations of certain things like a distress signal, settlement, all sorts of things. So you want to collect these too. You want to collect everything. Everything's got an importance in the game. Some more than others, but see, that's a raw ingredient. We'll get into that later. Oh, a hermetic seal. That's something to build. I'll put that over there. What I like to keep in my inventory, my exosuit, is just the just the things that I guess, how would I label these? Resources. Well, they're all resources, but you see how they're like the periodic table. I like to keep all those in my exosuit because you always need these all the time. That's sodium, silver, ferret dust, what we're collecting right now. See, I got to stay focused on that. All right, let's go back and get some ferret dust. But we're going to make a pit stop at this red thing. Nope, we're going to do the rock first. I'm going to get dihydrogen, dihydrogen, and ferret D dust. Now, these are going to give me condensed carbon. Definitely need condensed carbon. All right, let's go get some more rock. Oh, anything of bright color, stop and get. That's sodium. And watch out for these babies. There's 2 of them on this planet. Or 2 different kinds. Now this is a special kind of rock, but I can't get it. All right, here we go. We're in the rocky section, so I should just be able to stay in here and get a lot of what I need. you don't see the numbers coming in like that, you're too close. You're not going to get anything. That might be enough to build what I'm trying to build, but weapon charge depleted. I got to recharge it. So go to the multi-tool. See where that's at 0. Now, eventually you won't have to do this no more. Highlight it, and it uses carbon.
Technology recharge.
After this one, I'm going to head back to the cabin or the base. Now, see, I'm kind of far away, right? Not too far away. I mean, I could run back, but I'm going to show you how to summon your ship. Oh, I can't. I don't have any thrusters. So after we build the transportation, we're going to go looking. You can find what you need in some buried boxes and stuff laying around the planet. Now you see how my guy's red there in the corner? That means he's tired. But now he's white again, so I can run. Oh, let's see what my milestone. Yep, traveled 10,000 units. I got my 10,000 steps for the day. All right, there we go. So where am I at here? Oh, we're just gonna build it. Oh, metal plating. Okay, that is a craftable item. So as long as I got a spot open in my cargo hold area of the exosuit, just go to the empty box, click on it, and these are all the things. If you got the ingredients or the blueprints or the recipe, you can make it. And I got it, so I'm going to make. You hit X, and now you hit square to craft more. So I'm going to max it out, which means I'm going to use up all my ferret, and I'll be out of ferret again. I'm all out. So I got 7 of them, but I only needed 1. And as long as you got room, if it turns green, you can make it. There you go. There's my very first. Oh, I don't have no power. See how this works? Now I gotta, it's one thing after another, but I just gotta power it up. But I really have no place to go yet because you have to visit some place to open it up to be able to go for it. And once you're there, if they have a teleportation, you can go back and forth. It don't matter where it's at. So that's a huge part of the game right there. All right, so let's get back to, let's try to solve my ship problem. So let's analyze here. Okay, that's sodium deposit. There's more buried technology, but that's going to give me salvage stuff. But what I'm looking for, okay, that's a knowledge stone that will teach you how to talk and stuff like that. To humming sac, no. Knowledge stone, debris. That might be what I'm looking for. Oh, and I wanted to do the fossil bed. Let me see if there's anything else. There's not. Let's go back. Let's go to the debris. And that's pretty close. It's only anything less than 500 is close. You start getting longer than that. I usually jump in the jet and take off. Okay, that's the debris. We've already been there. So, no luck there. All right, so let's look again. Let's go check out that fossil. Fossil's a separate part of the game where if you want to collect it, you can. They're worth really good money. You can sell them. You can build them, get all the pieces to build the creature that used to be. Now, if you're too far from your ship and you can't summon your ship, and ooh, I think those are new creatures. They sure are. I just got 3,000 units for that. Oh, that's water. Okay, see how you naturally swim? I did a scan just in case there's a deposit. Now see, this is close enough to the surface so I didn't got to dig. So I got an ancient tailbone. And it's worth 70,000 units. Pretty good since I only got 21 right now. All right, so there's that. So now we're back to looking for fuel. What I'm looking for is a specific item, that abandoned crate. Sometimes that will have what you need. Okay, and then I can also hit that. So let's go to the abandoned crate first. It's only 151. The abandoned crate's usually on the surface. See all this stuff? Now, to open this one, you need an Atlas Pass. That's something you craft in your inventory. I cannot do it. Let's see what we got in here. Hopefully it's what I need. I need some kind of a fuel. I did get a microprocessor. Cool. And I don't think I got anything out of that. Sometimes they're empty. All right, but anyway, that's where I'm at now. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the time looking to get my ship refueled. And in the next video, we'll get in the ship and I'll show you how to use that as a base of operations. So somebody just hyper jumped into here. I can't see him though. Oh, you see that smoke? That is a debris field. Let's go check it out real quick. Then I'll call it a night. But here's how this game's going to work for you. It's going to lead you into it, and then I got nanonites and gunk. That's it. I still have no fuel, and I'm running out of spots. I got 2 left. Ooh, hold on. I got 3 spots left. And what does this mean? When you see this, what does that mean? There's buried technology right nearby. What is that? Oh, that's a knowledge stone. You have learned the Gek word for the. Okay, so once you do it, it lights up like that, so you know you've done it before. Okay, let's look for that buried technology. There it is right there. Look at that. 24 units away. I call them step units. I don't know what the official... Might be close enough where we don't have to dig. So remember, get it. Yep, see, it's close enough. Okay, I got some salvage data. 2 of them. So I'll be able to open up some more stuff to build the base with. But what I really need to do is keep looking for fuel. So, all right, well, listen, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you got a chance, leave a message, comment. Love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.